If you're always getting to the end of your sales calls and it feels like a battle against the customer, and you have to go out of your way to negotiate, you get hammering their objections over and over again like a loose fucking nail, then this video is for you. What's going on? My name is Sean. I'm a 21-year-old who makes over 6 figures in remote sales. And I just want to explain this very simple principle. All right, it's that you don't have to negotiate on price. And if you have to negotiate on price, you didn't do a good enough job selling. Let me explain. So let's start by answering this very simple question, right? What is the point of sales? It's not a true question, by the way. It's really simple. What is the point of sales? It's to get the customer or prospect, whoever you're selling to buy, right? That's the entire point. Let's take it a little bit of a step deeper, right? What is the point of sales for the customer, aka the person buying? Not a true question again. It's just to see whatever they're buying is a good fit for them, right? And good fit can mean many things. If they're buying a car, well, the car needs to be practical for the situation, right? If they're buying some course, they have to expect to make money from the course in order to buy. Pretty straightforward, right? Now, the problem nowadays is that nobody cares about the customer. The customer is trying to pick the right car for their situation, or they're trying to make money from a course, right? But what are most sales guys thinking about? They think, how do I make this sale? How do I make as much money as possible? Let's imagine the sales guy helps a cold prospect. Are their interests aligned? No. Both guys are thinking about how I can benefit from this, not how they can benefit each other, right? Now, as a sales guy, I want you to realize this, that the customer doesn't have much to gain from helping you. But you as a salesperson have something to gain by helping the customer. Because you help them make the right decision, which your product should be, then you make commission, right? And this means that we don't have to scam them. We just need to talk to them as if we actually care and we want to help. And if you do end up helping them, you guys both win. Because they made the right choice, you got commission, right? So what does this have to do with what I said at the beginning about not having to negotiate a price? Okay. Well, if you actually help the customer, they're going to feel like whatever you're offering them can actually help them, right? So for example, you sell Johnny, let's go a guy named Johnny, right? He's a client. And you want to sell Johnny an econ program. And you make Johnny feel like he's going to make money from this program, right? Because that's the whole point. Now, if Johnny feels like he's going to make money with the econ program, why the fuck would he negotiate on price? It doesn't make any sense. Imagine someone was selling a Ferrari for $5,000, right? And you went to go buy that Ferrari. You try to haggle and everything, right? But let's just say the sales guy who's selling the Ferrari for $100,000 doesn't drop the price. He's like, no, fuck that. One price, I don't negotiate, right? Now you obviously realize that you could sell that Ferrari for more than $5,000 or more than $100,000. I said both. I'm sorry about that. So even though you didn't get anything out of the negotiation, you can still buy that Ferrari. Why? Because you're getting more than what you're paying for. And that's how sales work. If you genuinely sell correctly and you make them feel like the decision they're making is the best one and that they're going to benefit, not only is your close rate going to be way higher, but negotiating is going to be pointless, right? Because they feel like they're getting a deal since they're getting more than what they pay for. Now, obviously this whole concept does not apply to you if you're tricking people, right? Because that's not selling, that's scamming, right? And in certain industries, this concept is going to be a little bit harder to pull off. Example of this is like the car industry, right? Obviously, car industry is super competitive, right? No one really makes money buying a car. At least not a very regular car, right? So it's really hard to establish that the customer is going to make more than what they pay for. But what you can do, right? What you can do is, again, think about why the customer is there. They want a perfect vehicle for their situation, right? If they have a family, they need a minivan. If they're young, they might want to look cool on a budget, right? If you help them choose the perfect car for them, trust me, that goes a very long way. In fact, think about the last time you were at a car dealership, right? Did you genuinely feel like the salesman was trying to help you, or was he just trying to make some commission? Most likely the latter, right? That's at least how I feel when I go to buy my car. So imagine he treated you right, though, and asked you a bunch of questions about your situation, genuinely cared, and was just an overall awesome human being who you trust. If and when it came down to talking about the price, right? If the tag was, say, a little bit more expensive than usual, would it be safe to say that you still would have purchased as long as the price wasn't exorbitant? Chances are, you probably would still buy, right? Now, obviously, not everyone would. But the point is, more people would buy if you try to help, and less would try to negotiate and let that get between the sale. As opposed to if you're just trying to be transactional, right? So, to summarize, if you are selling the right way, which is why not treating your sales calls as transactional, but instead as a call where you actually try to help the prospect, they're going to feel like they're getting more than what they pay for, which is the whole point. Right? If they actually feel this way, there's going to be no point in negotiating price because they're making more than what they're paying. That's what value is, right? So I genuinely hope that this helps you guys. If you guys do this properly, it's going to help you sell way more. Okay, and if you're interested in getting more help like this in a one-on-one setting where I personally coach you on how to sell more and find an amazing offer, sign up for a free call in the link below.